So, welcome to Yoga for Albinism. I mean, of course, we can do any yoga that we want to do, but this is yoga that is specifically for my challenges with albinism that I hope can help other people with albinism doing yoga, and also anybody who has a job with like really repetitive movements might benefit, or anybody who's new to yoga and is an audio learner, because I'm going to try really hard to give good audio instructions. The first things when we're thinking about albinism and yoga is to think of the unique challenges. Like, of course, there's seeing the visual instructions, that's something to consider, but also for me, my biggest challenge with yoga and albinism is the nystagmus. So this affects us in a variety of ways. First of all, for me, my null point is not cosmetically great. My null point, if this is a book, is like this. So how I'm actually visually seeing is like twisting myself in a weird pretzel, always the same side, always the same pretzel position, so over time my body favors one side and my balance is thrown off. Another way that it affects us is definitely in the balance postures. Everybody else is doing yoga in a peaceful yoga shala, but we are at a nightclub trying to learn to balance for the first time, with no one really supporting us or understanding why it's so fucking hard. So, yeah, I would say that was my personal challenges with yoga. So, also the migraines, the fucking migraines. I get the migraines from the light. I don't know if you get the migraines from the light, but I certainly do. So, yeah, that's the joy of it. Okay, so the first thing to think about is sitting, right? It seems basic, but like, try to arrange yourself so that your butt, your sit bones are actually touching the floor. So go ahead and explore that. Like wiggle around, like lift yourself up, like really connect with the ground. And then once you've done that, figure out what's going to be comfortable for your legs. So for me, I like to take my left leg and I bend it at the knee. I take the left heel and put it in front of my right butt, because my heel is towards my groin. I take my right foot, bend it at the knee, and take the right foot into the crease that's formed between my thigh and my left calf. I like to call it the knee pit. So I arrange my right foot in my left knee pit, my bottom foot, the left foot that's on the bottom, I'm arranging it so it lines up on the crease of my right leg. So this is my really favorite way to sit. It's really super comfy for me. It's not as cool as a lotus, but I like it. You can also sit traditional cross-legged style that you probably did in school. That's a great one. You can also go ahead and kneel down and come to sit on your knees, on your heels. That's also just fine. You can spread your legs out on either side of you and come down for a kneeling position to have your butt be between your ankles, kneeling on the ground. Just try to find your best seating position. You can even sit in a chair. You just want to sit in a comfortable meditative posture. I'm going back to my original seat with my legs lined up in my knee pit creases. My butt is on the floor, my sit bones are even. From here, decide if it's comfortable. So you might have really tight hips. You can throw blocks under your knees. You can throw a blanket or like some kind of pillow for your bed in between the ankle and the calf if it's rubbing and hurting. You can try sitting on a block or a rolled up towel or blanket. Explore. See what makes you feel jolly. So once you've gotten into your meditative posture, focus on your spine. So tuck your tailbone in. Open the chest like a book. Take the shoulders away from your ears. And try to stack your spine so that it's even. If you have nystagmus with a funny null point, such as me, this is not going to be natural feeling. You might think you're sitting straight, but quite possibly you're not. So the best way to address a lot of the issues that we face from nystagmus is to use the wall or the floor as a prop. So my wall has a funny dip at the bottom, so I'm adding some blocks to make it flush and making a straight wall for myself. Okay, so I'm scooting back towards my wall, and from here, my small of my back is even with the wall, and I'm leaning back into the wall to find my straight posture. Every everyone's back has different curvature. So you might feel like your lower back is more concave. You might feel like your upper back is more rounded. You're not going to be flush to the wall, but you can use the wall to experiment what is straight for you. So for me, I need to take my shoulders a little bit forward, but still keeping them down and back away from the ears. A really good idea is to try to sit against a wall and take a picture of yourself from the side to see what areas you need to pull in or out, because everyone will be different. So once you've gotten yourself to the wall, and imagine that my head is completely by the wall. Sorry, I don't have a good wall. Take your head, take your shoulder, take your left ear, and point your left ear down towards your left shoulder. So your fingertips are anchoring you. They're on either side of your hips, touching the ground. And your left ear is coming down to gently stretch towards your left shoulder. You really want to keep your spine straight. You're just bending at the neck. As you inhale, come up to center. Exhale, take the right ear down to your right shoulder. Again, you're just bending at the sides of your neck. When you come back to center, notice that maybe one side of your neck feels more sad than the other side. So my recommendation is to count to 10 breaths and devote 3 breaths to the happy side and the other 7 breaths to the sad side to create more balance in your body. So that's just the beginning, right? So let's come down to some kneeling postures, and we're going to focus on anxiety and lower back, upper back issues.